Recording. All right. So, what we'll do, we'll start with the good afternoon to all of you. We'll be starting March sessions or monthly class now. Before we start, the general financial product advice warning we must give you, and it is in front of you. Please go through it and understand and agree. NP Financials Pty Limited, NP Financials or NPF, advises all service recipients of the following. This information is provided only on general financial product advice basis. This is only educational in nature. Trading securities, derivatives, CFDs, foreign exchange contracts can be risky and is not suitable for all. No information received from NP Financials shall be considered as a financial trading recommendation. So please go through this. I'll give you another 30 seconds to read through this and ask any questions if you have. Alright, once you have gone through this, thank you for that. The another one which you always go through this probably is the one in our members area, which you always log in, and when we log in, you actually by default agree to NP Financials terms and condition, which is here at the bottom, and that is one, and then financial services guide second, and then third privacy policy, and the fourth one is disclaimer. So you actually by default agree to this terms and condition which is in front of you, and then you can read and you have gone through it. You must go through it, and then financial services guide, you must go through it, and privacy policy, how do you handle your privacy, number 3, and disclaimer. So what is the disclaimer here, and this is the terms and conditions here. So these are the 4 things which as a client you must go through it every time, and then if there is any change we will let you know, else you agree to it. So these are the terms and condition, financial services guide, privacy policy, and disclaimer. And on top of that, when you go to our trade ideas, you agree to our trade idea and trade outcome general and risk advice warning, which says all trade ideas and outcomes are hypothetical data. Remember, trading is risky. You can lose money. Past results are not necessarily indicative of future results. These results are based on simulated or hypothetical performance results that have certain inherent limitations. Unlike the results shown in an actual performance record, these results do not represent actual trading. Also, because these trades are not actually being executed, these results may have under or over compensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors such as lack of liquidity. Simulated or hypothetical or paper trading in general are also subject to the fact that they are designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits and losses similar to these being shown. So I'll give you another 20 or 30 seconds to go through this and agree the general advice risk warning on trade ideas and trade outcome, please. Because if you do not agree, the next page will not come. You must agree. There is no option here, or you can actually cancel and then the next page will not come. But when you click I agree after reading this, I'll allow some time to read. And at the bottom it is written that trading is risky. Trading is substantial risk of losses in future shares, commodities, indices, bonds, securities, derivatives, foreign exchange contracts trading. Assume you will lose money. That's why we say the money which you can afford to lose, you must start with that. Don't trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Alright. Then only you go through this which I showed you, terms and conditions, financial services guide, privacy policy and disclaimer, and then agree. When you agree, you will see which trades are running, which trades are closed. For example, GBP AUD short is running, Aussie Financial is running. I'll talk about these sectors today a little bit. Aussie Energy is another sector. This comes under indices. When you do our indices and bond trading strategy, you'll come to know. So Aussie Financial shorts is running, Aussie Energy sector short is running, and then gold long is running. And the outcome, if you click on the outcome, others are all closed. As you can see, status is all closed here. If you go to the trade outcome also, you will see the same trade idea and trade outcome general advice warning. Here is Valinder. I'll give you some time to read through this. Hello, Valinder, is there? I'll come. Yeah. I'll be back in a minute. Someone like me is working. People who would love to work. All right. King Valinder is here. So I was waiting for him. So he's here. So we have a full house. Most of them are on actually online. All right, Valinder, if you do have problem on the YouTube internet, you go to the Brandon Park guest. Brandon Park guest.
Yeah.
Okay, got it?
Yes.
And the password is connected, secured, properties. Where is password? called sector 20.
You changed it, yeah? Did you?
Huh?
Like last time?
Mine is automatically there. There is a last one. I thought to write. Yes, yeah. Meeting room manual. Yeah. Sector 2017. Capital S. Capital S. Sector 2017. Corrected?
Yes, I could.
Fantastic. All right. So we've gone through the general financial product advice warning, and then we were going through the trade ideas. Yeah. Like these energy sectors are actually, I was talking about energy sectors in which when you join our bond and indices sectors, these sector indices like energy, for which another trade is running now. This energy actually gave us 1345 pips, and Tesla gave us 675, soybean meal gave us 406. So what I'll do, I'll start after this general financial product advice, and I'll start the class with today with commodity, because all of you are doing the commodity now, and commodity is the asset class which is actually doing brilliantly well. So I'll start with that, and then we'll go to shares and bonds, indices and sectors, and then the forex. In between, if you have any questions on any asset class, because all of you are doing all the asset classes, I know. I can still hear Partha. Yeah, that's good. Sri, what happened? Your speaker went. Yes, Lisa, I can see your writing. And what happened to Sri? What happened to Sri sound? Sri sound. All right, Sri was having some problem. Lisa, I can see your typing. Yeah, Sri, let me know if you haven't problem. All right, so we'll start with oil. Oil is the first one in our commodity which comes, and the best thing in this commodity is commodity asset class is, yeah, those of you who have gone completed, you already know the signals actually comes right at the top or at the bottom. That's the beauty of this commodity strategy. The signals actually will come. So for example, when the downside of oil recently, and I'll show you the upside also. So when the downside of oil actually started from 7,500, as you can see, 7,500 for downside, I'll make this vertical line as red. So this is the downside of oil, which started on 3rd of October, 7,500 without any signal. Yeah. So our actual symbol, which is the first red after the blue, came here at around 11th of October. Yeah. So 11th of October our signal came here on the first 11th of October, and then let's see when this low is taken out. Yeah, so we are in here, we are here around 7,000, we are in for the trade, and the trade is running on this. Go ahead. Yeah, go.
It's a 2-day chart, yeah?
It is a 2-day chart. Yeah. So it's
there is nothing on a 11th of chart from, because My system is not showing this.
No, you have not yet completed the commodity, did you? So you don't know this.
Okay.
Yeah, so you just follow this strategy because you told me that you will be joining.
Yes, I will.
Yeah. So this is the signal came here. Commodity signals are different from forex signals,
Okay.
and forex signals will not work in commodity. Yeah.
Okay.
So we are starting the discussion from 3rd of October, and before that also, if we little bit go back on this date, to, which is all sellers out at S1 at around 14th of August, our signal came here on 20th of August 20. So first blue after the red. So this is the one when the all sellers out got out, all of them went out, and then we got a signal to buy at this point 20th of August. Yeah, and then we got a sell signal here on 3rd of August, which is the starting point of our discussion today. So Sri, are you all right? Lisa, you all right? Okay. So see how these two bullish bar on the 19th of October and 21st of October did not change the histogram. The histogram stayed actually. So histogram actually stayed short. Yeah. So we were, and actually another signal came here on 29th of October. So 29th of October, and the start is 11th of October. So right at the very top we got a sell signal, and then here on 29th of October we got another sell signal, and this buy signal actually did not get triggered because as per our rule this was a this was not a signal. Yeah, so we'll write X here, it did not trigger. So this X actually did not trigger, or we can write no trade or not triggered, something like that. Let for the time being let us write X only. And we got another add-on or pyramiding or scaling trade on 29th of October. Yeah, so we got into that trade, and look what happened after that. On 29th of October and on 11th of October, on 11th of October trade, on 29th it was running with 300 pips profit, as you can see. So from here to low, from low to this close, 300 pips profit, 5.47% in only 14 days. So this is 11th of October and this is 29th of October. Yeah, so that is $10 a pip is $3,848, and we were not knowing this, but we followed our rule and we took this scale in. Let's go one by one. So we got this scale in on 29th of October, and then there is a big bar. We are happy, we are happier, we are happier, and we are happier, and we are very happy. This, see, nothing happened here, not a signal change, not any bullish bar, nothing, not relative divergence, nothing happened here, and you got a tremendous big bar here, which actually increased our profitability from 384 on 29th to 1454 pips. So with a $10 pip, which is 14,000, that is the power of commodity. And one of our students who just migrated from forex to commodity and then to shares and then to bonds and indices, he got 30 37,000 from dollar in one trade, in one commodity trade. So he was so happy, and then his actually entire perception of making money and losing money in trading got changed after seeing this. In front of you is a trade which has generated, if even if only $10 a pip, not much, $10 a pip, this trade, if I write down $10 a pip, just write down here $10 a pip. So $10 a pip, only a $10 a pip, because our $100 is green color, I'll make green color. So $10 a pip from here, another $10 a pip here, actually has resulted from here to here. We have not closed the trade yet. 1454, and from here to here 957. Yeah, 957 pips, and then 1454. So if you add both of them, and we have not closed the trade, so 1454 plus 955 is 2410, and multiplied by $10 a pip is $24,000 in only 2 trades. That's the beauty of commodity trading. So in 1 or 2 trades, and we charge for commodity only 10,000. So in 1 trade, in 2 trades with $10 pip, you get 24,000. All right. Any question here? Sri is good. Sri is saying good. And Lisa, I hope you are all right. Okay, let's see what happened to that, and then after that. And then for the first time, we saw a close below the Bollinger Band and a close above the Bollinger Band. So this is a crack and snapback, if you remember. So this is a crack and snapback, and you can close this on this crack and snapback. And this is Bollinger Band. Those of you who are having trouble to see that, I'll just make it a little bit thicker. So this is the Bollinger Band, yeah, 22. And one more thing which I can tell you on Bollinger Band, we generally use 22. So this is the first time all sellers out and crack and snap back. So you can close the trade here with 14,000 plus 9,000, yeah, 24,000, or even $1 a pip, it is 2,500. Alright, so what you can do in Bollinger Band. So if you are confused here a little bit, what on the Bollinger Band, whether it is we should close it or not, or you can wait for the relative divergence. So let's see for the relative divergence. If you wait for the relative divergence, then what happened? So this is the first relative divergence here, as you can see. So this low was lower. This is a swing low, isn't it, Maninder?
Yes, it is.
So this is a swing low and this is a swing low, correct?
Yes.
So this swing low is outside the Bollinger Band, and
This
this is inside.
yes.
And if you remember our discussion on relative divergence,
Yes.
so it has to be a turning point. This is a turning point, yeah.
Yes.
So this close is above this one, yeah. So when this close is above this one, so that becomes a turning point, yeah. So that becomes a turning point. So we close the trade here on the turning point, and in this trade one of our student made some humongous money, and that too more than $32,000. So 1,700 multiplied by 17,000 here, and 1,200 multiplied by 12,000 here. So 29,000 you can see in front of you with only $10 a pip, or even $1 a pip, it is $2,900. So any question? How many of you have got this trade, and what was your question? So Lisa said, what makes you want to scale in given that the price has already moved? Yeah, so that's a good question. Lisa is asking, just to repeat, what makes you want to scale in given that price has already moved? Yeah. So when she is saying, she is referring to this position when price has actually moved a little bit, which is 1400 pips before we scale in. Yeah, if you can remember our discussion from here to here, roughly 391 only, nothing. Yeah, so at this point Lisa is asking, price has moved 394 pips. How can we, I'll rephrase Lisa's question. So I'll say, how can we have the guts to get in the trade, second one. So best and simple answer to this trade question is, we actually given you two ways to analyze this. The first one is, I'll actually give you good, this is a very good question. So on 29th of October, oil was 6,648. So if we go to our line chart on oil, this is the one, and we make the line chart as according to our rule, it should be 66 or 120. Lisa, how much it should be? Those of you who have done, I think 60. I'm waiting for your answer, Lisa. What's on what should be the, so let's make it 120 as per the rule. On that day, which was, let's see Lisa's answer. Uh, yeah, current price divide by 120. So that was for oil and natural gas. I think we have to double it. So that is 6,000 divided by 100 is 60, multiplied by 2 is 120. So on that day, 29th of October, I made it 120. 29th of October, if we go to our line chart on commodity as in front of you. So 29th of October, Lisa, is here around this point, and if you can see, that is only the start of this shadow which we have given you for commodity. This is the only start of a possible downward movement of oil from the shadow, because it's only a small shadow compared to the big shadow here. So it's only a small shadow, number one. And number two is, I'll show you many different ways. Number two is, because that's a good question, that was the last low when this low was below that, which is 6,441. So that low is taken out on 29th, and that was the previous low, and 6,418. And if you remember, I told you it can break 1, it cannot break 2. So it has broken 1 at 6,842, and it has broken 2. So it has broken 1 and broken 2. So this fellow has broken 1 here and broken 2 here, if you remember our preaching. Yeah, so if you remember, this has broken 1 here. That's a beautiful question, Lisa, very good. I will try my best to answer your question. So that it has broken 1, and then it has broken 2. Not only that, it has broken the third one, and it has broken the fourth one. So it has broken everything. So now we are in a downtrend from this date, as you can see on the shadow. That's how we can actually take that trade on 29th of October. So that because it has broken 1 and 2, so it is in a downtrend. So it is only a start of a downtrend, Lisa. So when you have written that it is a price has moved a bit, what did you write? What is it English? Lisa said price has already moved. No, the yes, you have written already moved. So already moved, it has actually started to move. You should modify your question here. Good afternoon, Vinod, how are you? Vinod, can you hear me? Can you see my screen? Okay, one yes for the hearing and another yes should be for seeing my screen. Vinod, yes, fantastic, thank you, Vinod. All right, Lisa. So Lisa, you should say has only started to say. You must not say already moved, because we can, as I showed you, it has only come to the start of a bearish downtrend, because with the red shadow here. So that is number one. And number two is Lisa is saying, how I'll answer all your questions three for a minute. How not to confuse that gap is interpreted as exhaustion gap at previous level. Okay, that's another beautiful question. So on this date, which is 29th of October, on the bar chart there is no gap, as we can see. Now we go to the line chart. And yeah, so Lisa is asking another brilliant question here. How this gap should not be considered as an exhaustion gap compared to a breakout gap or a continuation gap. Okay, that's good. To answer your question, exhaustion gap should come at the end, not at the middle. So when we are here, we don't know the right hand side, but we always know the left hand side. So the exhaustion gap, if it is coming to the left hand side, which is here at this point, 5881, then we will say there is a exhaustion gap if anything happening here. So I'll write down here exhaustion gap. Yeah, if price is coming here and exhaustion gap, exhaustion gap, yeah, I'll write down that. So if price is here, then only, because it's a support at the bottom right hand corner, because we don't know the right hand side but we always know the left hand side, so then it will be exhaustion gap. Otherwise this is a continuation gap. This is a breakout gap because it has broken the first one. Walindra, are you getting it?
Yes.
So this is the first drop, isn't it? And when the first drop is broken, this is the first drop. I will write down, this is the first drop, 1 tree, and this is the second drop, 2 t. As per our rule, it can break one, it cannot break two, right? So in this case it has broken one, in the here it was broken, and the second is broken here, so I'll write B, and here the second drop is broken, B. Yeah, so both of them are broken. So when we see a gap at the break, that gap is known as breakout gap, bog. And after the bog, which is breakout gap, if another gap is coming, then it is a continuation gap. And at the end, at a support, if it is coming anything here, that's an exhaustion gap. Lisa, did I answer your question? Then I will complete your question. I have not completed. You have to say yes or no on the gap. Yeah, Lisa said yes. Thank you. And we must congratulate Lisa because I think this month Lisa was blessed with a baby girl.
Congrats.
So Balinder is saying congratulations, and I think the baby and Lisa are all well. Lisa is a brave lady, as I know her. All right. Lisa says thank you, hard work. Yes, absolutely hard work. All right. So we'll go to this continuation gap and breakout gap and then see. So that I answered. That was Lisa's first question, second question, and then it is going down, and this is continuation gap. These small gap are all continuation gap. So what we can do for our understanding, we'll not write because it's not a big gap like this, not a big gap like this. So these are only continuation gap, and this is a little bit of big gap, little bit. So if you compare the gap between this one and this one and this one, which is the biggest? This one out of the three. So out of the, we had a continuation gap and we had a breakout gap. Yeah, we had a breakout gap. So this is a breakout gap, continuation gap, continuation gap, continuation gap, and this is a little bit of, and see how we got an all sellers out at this point of 5881, all sellers out, which is 9th of November. So let's go to the bar chart of 9th of November. So that's how, Lisa, to answer your first question, I answered your second question. Now I am answering first question. So you should not hesitate to add on here. Okay, now you people who are little bit new in commodity, there is another tips and tricks which I can give you. Not tips and tricks, actually technical analysis. I don't give tips and tricks. So what you can do, right click on the chart and then go to settings, price, and then either you can change this Bollinger or bring another one. Go to add indicator and then go to Bollinger Band and then change it to 50 and then change it to 2.1. Only 50 and 2.1, don't change anything else. Simple 50 period moving average 2.1, and then let us make this as dot dot to differentiate between the two, and let us make this dot dot. So now we have 2. So on this date, Lisha, on your question, first question, so how should we have the guts to take this trade when we have taken this trade on 11th of October and running with the profit, and this one did not trigger, so no trigger, that's why there was an X, and this is no signal. So if we have added another Bollinger like 50 and 2.1 and even 20 period simple moving average and 2 standard deviation, we do not have anything here. As you can see, not a single bar has closed below the 22 Bollinger Band, and we have another one which is 50 and 2.1, a little bit higher. So let's see. So this is the first one which has closed below. This is the second one which has closed below, and this is the third one which has closed below the 50 and 2.1, not the 20 and 2, but the dot dot. Dot dot Bollinger Band is 50 and 2.1, so it closed below the 50 and 2.1, close below the 50 and 2.1, close below the 50 and 2.1, and there is not a single relative divergence, close below 50 2.1 Bollinger and 20 and 2 Bollinger Band and S2. So when we are comparing all these 5 starting from here, close below, close below, close below, not above, because we have changed the Bollinger to 50 and 2.1, or we want to see both. So close below the close below, close below, and close below. So this fellow has closed below the 50 as well as 20 as well as the S2. So this fellow has closed below everything. When that is the advantage of changing the Bollinger a little bit 50 and 2.1. So from 31st of October till 12th of November, when actually the price has come down 957 points, our 50 and 2.1 Bollinger has helped us not to panic, because price has not closed above the 50 and 2.1 Bollinger. So that is number 2. And number 1, there is nothing happened on the line chart to get panic. As you can see, it is nicely going towards the target, which is 5881 from 9th of February 2018, and it has gone there with an all sellers out, with an exhaustion gap, possibly exhaustion gap, because this is the biggest compared to this after the continuation gap. And now we can actually say we predicted the gap should happen here. That's why I wrote here the exhaustion gap when I was here, and we were expecting exhaustion gap there, and exactly at that point the exhaustion gap happens. So either you can close the trade at this point, which is our previous predetermined support level, or with an actual exhaustion gap when you saw that it is an exhaustion gap. Don't wait for the another bar to come and close above. Of course it can go down, of course it can go up, whatever it can do it will do. But after we see a breakout gap, after we see a continuation gap, continuation gap, continuation gap, continuation gap, and exhaustion gap, absolutely dot to the mathematical power infinity, and we can close the trade here. So on 13th of November we are closing the trade on a line chart basis, and on Bollinger 50.2.1 and 22 and S2 we are closing the trade on this date, which is we got a little bit more benefit. If you can see, if you can hang on, So the person who got some 32,000 trades on $32,000 from these two trades only, he got only because he was seeing the money, actual money. So he hang on to this till it came to 5,000, which is a very big number, which is a very big number here, 5,000, and he sold here 7,200, and there he closed it trade. All right. So this is the power of commodity in two trades with $10 a pip. We got $27,000, or $1 a pip we got 22,900. Your question on these two trades. Then Sri has asked some questions. We'll go. Sri, I'll go to natural gas. Wait. Any questions on these two trades? Just say yes, no. Valinder?
No, sir.
All right. So if you do not have any question, we'll see. We'll complete. The Lisa says no. Thank you. Then we'll come. Then we'll go to the upside of it. So from 7,500 to 5,000, which is 2,500 pips drop. Now we are expecting to get a uptrend or a up signal. Let's see when is the up signal is coming. So this is the turning point happened after the relative divergence. So this is relative divergence. It's good to write this down because if you have gone to overseas and got married and forgot everything, or blessed with baby, not forgot anything. All right.
I do remember everything.
You remember everything?
Yes.
Okay. Balinder is saying he remembers everything, although he got married and he is coming from overseas. Okay. All right. So this is the beauty of commodity again. So this is the first turning point, as you can see, because this close is above this, right? And this is the breakout gap. Can you see this? For the first time after it closed below 52.1, this fellow, for the first time it is closing above 52.1 with a gap. This is a breakout gap, my dear friend. BOG, breakout gap, BG. So this is a breakout gap here. And on the breakout gap, what we are seeing? We are seeing a turning point. So this is a turning point, my dear friend, to the upside. So I'll make it green or blue, whatever, blue. So we got a breakout gap which is breaking this Bollinger 52.1, as you can see, or I'll just thicken it a little bit more so that you can see. Yeah, so this is the 52.1. So it has broken the Bollinger. That's why it is a breakout gap. It has made a turning point and it has done a relative divergence. And the beauty of our signal is it came just on that day. Unbelievable. So on that same day, when relative divergence, breakout gap and turning point actually gets completed, we got our signal. So we are riding long from here, provided our high is taken out. So the high is, now see this, the beauty. All these are bearish bar, isn't it? All these are bearish bar, but our signal is blue. Yeah. So then this fellow did not trigger, because for triggering we need a 127 pips, as you can see, entry distance 127 pips. If I measure from this top to this point, it is only 75. So on this date, requirement was 127 to go long, but it went up only 75. So what we would do, we keep this cursor not trigger signal here. So this fellow did not trigger. When will not, if I am you, I will not take this red signal to go short, because we are at a support. We are at a support and Bollinger Band also. So there are three supports. One is S1, one is 52.1, another is 22. All these three Bollinger Bands and everything are supporting at this point. So I will not go short here. So why I'm telling you this, because in future if you see this short signal here, I don't know whether it will be trigger or not. Like this fellow did not trigger, this fellow did not trigger. So let's see whether it got trigger or not. We need at this point, which is 18th of December, 132 pips after the low. So after the low here, 132 pips. This fellow came only 102, so we are not trigger, and we will not place the trade here, and this fellow got trigger. We have not placed the trade, we were not knowing that this will come, we have not placed this trade. That is another beauty of understanding the market as in general. This has nothing to do with commodity or forex or bond or indices or shares. So at this point we are not taking a short trade, because there is already a relative divergence, there is already a turning point, there is already a S1, and there are two Bollinger Bands. So we will not go long here. We are not placing the trade, so I'll not do nothing. I'll do nothing. Then I'm interested to go long here if this high is taken out by how many pips? 136. So let's see. We'll try to go long here, this plus 136 according to our strategy. So we got trigger here, 136. I hope so. Yes, we got trigger on the second day. We got triggered here because at this point the requirement was 136 pips, as you can see on this bottom. Yeah, ESD, which is entry distance, and then 136, and on the second day we got 146. So we got trigger. Now we got in trigger. Yeah. So let's see what happened. So in the downside we got 3000 pips, as you can see, 1207 and 1704. So that is 3000 pips. In the upside, let's see what is happening. So we got trigger here. Let's see. We don't know the right hand side, but let's see. We are having profit, no red signal, and this is another one which we must not get panic here, because who can tell me on 11th of January Valinder says me he remembers everything. On 11th of January, Lisa, Sri, and others, who can tell me why we are not booking the close here?
First close below and taken out. If first we will not book the profit, although it's a R1, but close below and we will wait for that one.
So Balinder is saying the low has to be taken out.
Yes.
So anyone else?
Close below as well.
Close below. Close below has happened, I think. This is close below, isn't it?
Yes.
Touch close below, yeah. So Balinder is saying this low has to be taken out. And any other? Vinod, Sri. Yeah, reversal bar did not close below blue bar. Yeah, that's a better answer. That's a better answer, Balinder. That's why I said when you get married, you tend to forget something. So Balinder got married and he forgot 75% of it. Lisa is blessed with a daughter and she remembers everything. This is a better answer. Reversal bar did not close below blue bar and low taken out. Fantastic, Lisa. Brilliant. Alright. So this is a reversal bar, and this reversal bar did not close below the blue bar. So we hang on. And another reversal bar challenging did not close below the blue bar. Hang on. And boom. So Lisa is the winner. And then this is the reversal bar, did not close below. Boom. And this is the reversal bar, close below, and this low has to be taken out. Yeah. Nothing happened. So this low was not taken out. Can you see that? How good is that? So we are hanging on. Hang on till you can hang on. Alright. So now we are at this point when this closes below this, but this low has to be taken out. Let's see. Not yet. Nothing. Nothing. So we survive. And then we are laughing. We are going again. Now at this point we are laughing at a profit of, from here plus 137. So this is 4800 pips. From here we are laughing with 878 pips, another $8,785 in our pocket after this $30,000. Yeah, so we are still hanging on, and then this fellow has closed below. Let's see whether this low is taken out or not. No, and this fellow did not close below. No problem. And this fellow did not close below. No problem. Bang, and then bang, and this fellow did not close below. How good is that? And we are laughing from 31st of December. We are still laughing, and bang again. And this fellow, last one, did not close below, and then that's it, end of game. Yeah, so we are hanging on based on Lisa's answer that reversal bar did not close below blue bar and low taken out. Sri Binod is asking, low has to be taken out on closing basis. No, that's why Binod you have to do the commodity along with the along with Balinder. So when if you can do together or you can do individually, but I think you can do together. So if you forget anything, Valinder can remind you, and if Valinder forgets anything, you can remind him. To answer Vinod's question, low has to be taken out on closing basis. No, in as per our commodity trading instructions, which is at this point. So after you do our commodity sessions, Vinod, you will get the answers here. Instruction based discussion, commodity trading, and in commodity trading we have different modules and different units, and in some module, and I think fourth module, let's see. This is the commodity trading, and here you will answer this module 4, and this many units will tell you the answer Binod to your question. Yeah, so any other question on this point? So we have got 3000 pips on the downside, and in the upside we are still laughing with a profit of 1537. How good is that? So from this date, which was 31st of December, when the bullishness of the market actually gets started, I'll make it green. So in the bearish market we got 3000 pips, 2911, and in the bullish market we got 1537 plus 2900. Actually we got 4400 pips. So the person who got in the downside $30,000, in the upside he is getting $15,000. So $45,000 in 6 months. Is it good? October, November, December, January, February, March. So you can actually talk to the person who has made this possible, one of your friend. Yeah.
His own car?
No.
No.
No. Okay. So 45,000 or 4,500, $1 a pip. Yeah. So that's the beauty of commodity. So we have discussed crude oil, and it has generated 4,500 pips in 5 or 6 months. And Lisa asked some beautiful questions and answered very good, actually, and then answers were also very good. And do you have any questions before I go to answer Sri Uttagi's question on natural gas? Lisa says brilliant. Thank you. Okay, sure. Vinod says 8th of February low was taken out. No, not really, because our 8th of February actually low has to be taken out of this bar by an amount which is 126, as you can see at the bottom. So the bottom, as if I can actually thicken it, so if I can thicken it, so the bottom here has to be taken out by 126 pips. So this low was not taken out by 126 pips. That's why we survive. We survive this. This low has to be taken out. Yeah. So brilliant. All right. Now any other question? Else I'll go to Sri Utagi's trade. Sri is asking, as a next trade analysis, can we analyze natural gas Aussie entry 10 to 19 2D, and then Sri is waiting for the answer. Okay, we'll go to natural gas. Yeah, okay. Now let me show you this oil family. We have some family like pedigree. So we have oil family in commodity. In oil we family we have natural oil CL, and then we have no lead gasoline, which is RB, which is again fantastic. Look at this run, mate. Look at this run here. From this point to this point, it is 5403 pips, my dear friend. From this 29th of June blue signal, 29th of January, in 1 month, 1.5 months, no lead gasoline has generated 5403 pips in front of you. So this is the second family member of the crude oil family. So crude oil number 1, no lead gasoline number 2, and then heating oil number 3. This did not do much. It got only this point, but again it got 1700 pips. Like oil got 1500, heating oil got 1737 pips on the upside only. I am not calculating the downside. This downside, if I calculate from here, which is 11th of October till this point, is 4943. So this is the third member, and now as we speak we are having a trade signal here on heating oil. So heating oil, and then no lead gasoline, and then crude oil, and then the fourth member of this family is soybean oil. Not actually on the crude bean oil, not actually. Don't get confused. Don't get confused because it is soybean oil. It is a family of crude oil. No, crude oil and soybeans has no relationship at all, isn't it? So soybean meal, actually not soybean meal and soybean oil, they are family members, but this is not a family member of crude oil. So we got one heating oil, then no lead gasoline, so 1700 and 5400, that is 7000, and then crude oil 1500, 8500, and then natural gas. So these are the four members of the crude oil family, and we actually select to trade two of them for the first 6 months, because I say trade with the first 6 months only with the recommended pairs, which is CL and NG and XAU and other 5. Do not jump into heating oil or gasoline oil or soybean oil unless and until you are proving to yourself that the 6 months actually generated a good lot of pips, like the fellow who made 30,000 in one or two trades. Yeah, actually market is giving you that, you can actually catch it. Very simple. If market is not giving you, if there is nothing to catch. All right, so I'll go to Sri Utagi's question. Sri is asking, natural gas 10 to short or long? Let's see. 10th of February. Natural gas, 10th of February. I think she is asking this one. Okay. Alright. Alright. Let's do natural gas. 10th of February. So Sri is asking this question. I'll make it a possible bullish bias. Alright. So possible bullish bias after we got a tremendous negative run here on this. Again, this is, see, this is big bar. See this big bar on 14th of November, which closed at 3935, and our signal came here on 22nd of November, which is 4146. So see, actually in this case, Valinder, can you see this big bar?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this big bar, not a single bar after the big bar had closed above the big bar. Can you see that?
Yes.
So that is the beauty of the big bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 of them did not close below the big bar. Can you see that? Yeah, because of a single reason, simple reason, that the big bar actually happened to be very close to 5000. Can you see that? In natural gas. Now I am discussing Sri Utagi's question. But before answering Sri Utagi's question, I can tell you that this is a big bar which Balinder agreed here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of them did not close above the big bar. Can you see that? Any question here? Okay, Sri is saying 10th of February long. Alright, so let's go. Alright. And our signal came here on 22nd of November to go short. So we went long, short here, and then we are going short, 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 because nothing happened here. The histogram stayed red, so we will not do anything. Histogram stayed red there. So this is the starting point of our signal, which is 22nd of November, which is a better signal than this point, because we are getting a better price here than the big bar, isn't it? The disadvantage of big bar is, in big bar you don't get a good signal. So that's why what we do, we wait for our signal, which was here, and we were running a short trade there, and this is beautiful, is going down, and then this fellow did not trigger. So if does not trigger, then we will do a cross mark. This fellow did not trigger, and then we go here and we decide on the same question Lisa asked last time, whether to take a short trade here or not. What would be your answer on this date? Are we pyramiding when we have taken a trade on this date? So we have taken a trade here, and this is a no trade because high not taken out. Are we taking a trade here? Valinder, Vinod, Lisa, Sri, Selben, Onamitra, and everyone. Pankaj, Rosemary, Puru, everyone.
Probably yes.
Valinder says probably yes. Why probably?
Although it's a bit long bar, like as compared to others,
Hmm.
but it's close below the support one.
Yeah.
And at the end of month, like you said, there is a little higher probability.
Yeah, Balinder is saying, those of you who have not heard Balinder, he is saying he would prefer to go short here to put another position here, because it has closed below the S1, and it did not close below the Bollinger. So that was Bollinger's answer. What about you, Lisa and Sri, Vinod, anyone? Because Lisa asked the same question here last time, if you remember. So 14th of December, let's see 14th of December what happened on the line chart. So 14th of December, let's see. And 14th of December price was 3400. So we adjusted the line chart accordingly. So 14th of December,
14th of December is not coming in mind. Like the every setup you told me that's not coming in 2 days setup. Like
because you have not done the commodity
yes,
trading,
yes,
eh?
yes.
That's why you have to do commodity trading. You, Binod, must start commodity trading now because that's what the money is. Alright, so this is 14th of December and this signal was on 14th of December and this 14th of 24th of December, sorry. We go 24th of December. Yeah, 24th of December. And Balinder said yes. Who said no one is, everyone is sleeping. Sri Lisa says yes. And Sri Utagi and Binod and others are sleeping. Alright. So we'll go short here and then down, 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 and down, and down, and up. Alright. So we are here. We are here, and for the first time, what we are seeing, let's see one by one. We are seeing a gap which is here at this point. So this is a gap, this is a gap, yeah. So this is a continuation gap as we can see, and just after the continuation gap we got a signal here, so we went short. So we'll write down continuation gap, and this can be a breakout, this gap. So we don't know what is this gap. Let's see, price will tell us, price will actually tell us what is this gap. Yeah. All right, so let's see to the right hand side because we don't know the left hand side. Sorry, we don't know the right hand side, but we always know the left hand side. All right. Okay, so what we are seeing on the left hand side is there is a possible support at this level, which is 2754, and then the second one is here. So till we reach that point we have continuation gap, so we will do this as a continuation gap. So we'll modify this and write down continuation gap. So this way we come to know whether it is a continuation gap or an exhaustion gap. So if it happens here, then it will be an exhaustion gap. Yeah, last time we saw in crude oil. So we did not consider this as a exhaustion gap, so we are hanging on. So when we are hanging on, in between we got a buy signal which got trigger here. So when a buy signal got trigger at this point, when a buy signal got trigger, we'll close the down trade which was running from here. So our signal came here and then we got out at this point, which is 811 pips. $1 a pip will give you $811, or $10 a pip will give you 8,110. Okay, now let's see how we can answer Sri Utagi's question. At this point of previous support, as we have drawn, we are seeing a bounce, and Sri Utagi has asked a question on 10th of February or 24th. What was the question? 10th of February. 10th of February. So we are going long here. 10th of February. Sri is asking that question. So we went long here. Alright. And then we are managing the trade. How to manage this trade? So we went long here on this date, long, yeah, long, provided this high is taken out, not yet. So not trigger, not trigger. We are holding on to the pending order, not trigger. Now this is trigger, because from this point, questions. 10th February, yeah. This is 10th February, I think. Yeah, this is 10th February. Alright, so we are going long here. Let's go bar by bar. 10th of February, we placed the trade here. Did not yet trigger, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. So as per our rule, if we have got a better price like this one, which is written in the book, if we get a better price, we'll actually shift the, because this will shift the trade from this point to this point. So that is the first rule of going long here. Sri Utagi, I am answering your question. So now we'll enter at 2652 plus 108. Yeah, so we'll enter. So we got trigger here and we are laughing at this point. Very good, we are triggered and we are going here. Alright, so at this point what we can see an opposite signal at this point. So when an opposite signal comes, our rule says in commodity, you have to place a sell order if the low of this bar is taken out by 83 pips. So we have entered here high plus 108 pips. So we'll get out there low minus the ESD amount. Yeah. So this fellow did not trigger. I think now we got trigger. So we'll be getting out Sri Utagi to answer your question. So this minus 83, 36, 38, 54. Yeah, we'll get out here. We'll get out here. So in this trade, we made minus $16. So that is minus $16 or $16 loss, $1 a pip, or $160 with $10 a pip. Sri, did I answer your question? And we are actually running this trade short. So 10th of February, sorry, this one. 10th of February trade should be actually placed on 14th of February, closed on 10th of March low minus ESD. Did I answer your question, Sri? Yeah, 10th of February, which we got a better entry on 14th of February. Because 10th of February did not trigger on 11th. So this is 10th of February. This is 10th. This high was not taken out, Sri, if you remember. So this is 10th of February. This high was not taken out, so we are not in the trade. And then this high not taken out, we are not in the trade. This high was taken out, so we are in the trade. If you remember, Sri, you remember or you forgot? Then this low was taken out.
So why not there we will get out rather than
Which one? Here.
Like the next bar.
This one.
The next one.
This one.
This one, yeah. Close below. Like the previous bar on 11th of on a Monday. it was closed below the previous bar and the lower was taken out. So why not there, man?
Hmm. Balinder is asking what Lisa has actually answered. So Balinder, when we saw this bar did not close below. This bar did not close below. This bar did not close below. That's what Lisa said, and that was brilliant. And now Balinder is saying
This bar, yeah.
this bar closed below, and this bar low is taken out, but not by the amount. We have a specific amount as per our commodity trading strategy, and on now at this point 66. Can you see this 66?
Yes.
Today the value is 66. On that day the value was 83. So we should be placing a close trade this minus 83. Here it is only 14 pips.
Okay.
So we should not get out there. Sri, did I answer your question? Any other question? Sri is sleeping? See, I am waiting for your answer. I'll grab water. Valinder, you need water?
No, thank you, sir.
Sri is now awake. He is saying so. The actual closeout is on 29th of 22nd of March. Let's see. So this close has to be below 83. So this minus 83, 83, 83. Yes, on this day 26th of March. Answer is 26th of March, not 22nd. 26th. Any other question on this natural gas? So this is the beauty of commodity. As you can see, in couple of trades people are getting $30,000, and in front of you I showed you in a family of commodity like heating oil, and then this is beautiful gasoline. One run trade which is running at a profit of 5,403 pips. From this multiplied by 10, $10 a pip is 50,000, $54,000 in front of you. And the beauty of this, see, everything is blue, 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 blue from this date, which is 29th of January, and this close was not below according to Lisha. This close not below Lisha. This close not below Lisha. This close not below. This close below but low not taken out. This close not below. This close not below. This close not below. This close below, and low close was 18,677 and low is 18,706. Yes, close below, and this low has to be taken out by 301 pips. So let's see, this is 301 pips, so we got out here. So this trade is actually not running. Of course we can get in, but actually the trade got closed here with 3,874 pips, which is $1 a pip, $3,874 in 2 months. $10 a pip is 38,740. Any question on this? No lead gasoline on the last trade. If you just use this arrow principle which I have told you, close below low taken out, you will enjoy a run of 3874 pips which is in front of you in one single trade in no lead gasoline. Question. Any other question on commodity? Alright. Then we'll go to Forex. Forex, I'll take the questions only, and then we'll go to these shares if you have any questions on shares. So Forex, your questions, please start writing. As you know, I'll not do a general discussion on Forex because I've been doing this for years together now. I have stopped doing that. I'll only answer your questions if you have any. Otherwise, I'll go to shares because most of you are doing now commodity and shares seeing because they are the asset classes which are doing so very good. If you do not have any questions on commodity, Forex, I'll go to shares. Please ask your questions or type in.
Is there any just I know I think, but
Yeah.
is there any reverse and head and shoulder in AUD USD, man?
AUD USD. So Balinder is asking a question on AUD USD. Let's go to AUD USD before we will come back to uh, shares. Okay, so this is shares. I'll come back. I'll answer Valinder's question and I'll wait for your questions in your online chat section. On 2 days, is it, Valinder?
In 12 hour.
12
Like same thing it's in a weekly actually.
in weekly.
Like reverse head and shoulder being formed in Australian dollar probably.
Reverse head and shoulder
Yes.
in weekly chart. So Balinder is saying reverse head and shoulder on the weekly chart.
Australian dollar actually.
So Balinder is asking a question whether there is a reverse head and shoulder on the Australian dollar which is in front of you, and that too in a weekly chart. So this is AUD USD and this is weekly. Yeah, this is the one.
Yes.
Alright, so let's go and see. So this is the head. We made a cross and write H, head. What up? So we'll write head. Then this is the right shoulder. We write right shoulder. And then our first job is to join the head to the right shoulder and see that the break is not happened. I'm answering Valinder's question. You can type your own questions. So this is our tentative trend line because this is not broken. Yeah, Valinder?
Yes.
This is a swing low, this is a swing low, and this is a swing high. That's why it is tentative. Yeah, and NP Financials definition is it has not closed below, so it's not a break. Yeah,
Yes.
the entire world will tell you this is a break, but in NP Financials we say this is not a break because this did not close below and low not taken out. Yeah, so this line is intact, Valinder.
Yes.
Then we consider this as a left shoulder, right, Valinder?
Yes.
So we write down here left shoulder, and this is the swing high and this is the swing high.
Yeah.
So this is in between swing high, in between swing high, and this is in between swing high, in between swing high. So in between swing high, in between swing high. Then we join this in between swing highs like this. This is brilliant, Balinder. This is fantastic. Probably this will go in my next tomorrow's or today's blog post. I'll thank Valinder.
Like I have formed this one.
Yeah.
Possibly, if it is there is a breakout that
Yeah.
might go up to like this is I joined this point.
Yeah.
It
So
might
don't
go.
tell me your number. I will match your number with my number. Okay.
Okay.
So Balinder has got a price objective from his analysis.
If it is breakout. If
Yeah, of course.
it hasn't.
And let's see, the breakout has not happened. Yeah, can you see that? Because this has to be broken. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'll draw a next week tentative bar if it is happening that way. So I'll do this. So assuming that this bar is next week bar, which is in front of you, and I'll just join the low and high and the close. Yeah, and the close, I'll just join the close. So I just join the close. So this is the close of that bar in front of you. So it has a close above. Yeah, so this is a break.
Yes.
So now in this case what I'll do, I'll draw a vertical line from this point
Head to this one.
head to the neckline.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the neckline,
Copy.
and then I'll copy this line, so which is
This one.
make it a little bit darker. So I'll copy this line after this and place it here. Yeah, so let's place it. Or if it breaks, then my target according to our NP Financials analysis should be 7709. What is yours?
It's a 76 because I haven't drawn this the last bar as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
But I'm just taking the right hand side lane actually.
This one.
So there is about it will be about 7630.
So Balinder's is 7630. Ours is tentative 77.
Like I haven't drawn the
Yeah,
bar.
I understand. And let's see at this 77 if there is a resistance on the left hand side. Correct, Balinder?
Yes.
So let's see left hand side, because no one knows the right hand side, but everyone knows the left hand side. So on the left hand side, the first resistance is here, which is 7677, and the second resistance is here, which is 7813, and our target is 77. So between 77 and 7677, price is going to stop if it is going a breakout. Did I answer your question, Balinder?
Yes, yes, yes. One more thing. Do we also give importance to the 200 line in a weekly chart as well? Like we do in a daily, in a 2-day, but I just want to know your findings.
Balinder is asking, can we give a 200 moving average on the weekly? Let's see. We just settings
But
and
it's
then
around the same 77 point you told me. If it is breakout, we might see it there as well.
so we'll make it exponential, right?
Yes, and 200.
And then 200, and then make it thicker. Yeah,
It's around there.
it's actually coming here, which is 77. This 200 moving average and this swing high of 4th of June 2018 and our projection, everything is matching here. And Valinder, thank you, you have done a good analysis here. Yeah, I'll post this, and credit goes to Valinder. Everyone understood this? Anyone having any question? Your next question, you have to type in. Any other question? Lisha, Sri, Vinod, Valinder, next question.
No, thank you, sir.
Only one question in Forex.
Yes.
That means you are not doing anything on Forex. If people are not asking any question, I understand that you are not getting time or you are not doing anything on that asset class. I got lot of questions on commodities. That means you are doing commodity. So you don't have any questions on Forex. Lisha, Vinod, Sri, Selvan, Sri says no. Balinda says no. Lisha says no. Vinod,
I'm short on a GBP CHF actually, but
GBP
probably
CHF
12 hour trade
12
setup.
power. So this is 12 power. And Balinder is short. I'll show you a wonderful thing on GBP CHF and GBP. Yeah? Give me 2 minutes to answer this question. If it is not a long question, Balinder is asking. Alright, Balinder, what is the question?
I'm already short, like went short on the 4th of April.
4th
It was
of
a turning point, yes.
4th of April.
The next one.
Yeah, this one.
This one, yeah.
On a 2TP.
Yes. 2 TP and yes, and the reason is, first is 2 TP and this 2 TP came because they were it didn't break they were two, what do you call it,
Hmm?
2 TP upside as well before the 28th of March. Can you see the 28th of March in line chart turning point, sir? In LCTP 28th of March. 28th.
28.
Yes.
This one.
This one.
Yeah. So
This
Balinder is referring to this one and
this one.
this one.
This one. Like this second 2 TP came and they were 2 TP upwards as well. Can you see this? That those didn't break the first previous one and then came again downside
Huh?
turning point.
No, go slow.
I meant to say
Yeah, tell me the dates.
yes.
So you said this turning point on 28th of March to the downside,
Yes.
and this turning point 4th of April to the downside.
Yes.
What happened?
So because it's a downtrend, I think so. You know, you said that corrective and passive, corrective and passive. When there are two corrective turning point LCTP before corrective, this one.
This one.
Well, I will say the date. 1st of April. This one
Yeah.
and the next one, 3rd April. Those corrective did not break the previous 28th and again formed a 4 April short.
Hmm.
So I'm a short on GBP CHF.
Alright. So if I have understood Balinder correctly, what he is saying. So this is a turning point to the downside. That's what you said.
Yes.
And this is a turning point to the downside. That's what you said. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And this is a turning point to the upside.
Yep.
And this is a turning point to the upside.
Yes.
And you are saying the turning point to the upside, which is this one and that one,
Yeah.
had not closed above this. That's what you're saying.
Yes, that's what I said.
So Balinder is saying the turning point on 3rd of April, which is higher than the turning point on 1st of April to the upside, had not closed above the turning point to the downside, which is 28th of March. Yeah, as you can see. Yeah, that's
Yes.
correct.
Yes, and again second turning point form I went short.
And then they saw the second turning point on this date,
4th.
which is 4th of April, and he went short. Yeah.
Yes.
So he is short on this GBP CHF. Anyone having any question on GBP CHF on Valinder's observation
Like one more thing, that's
on GBP CHF
yes.
on a line chart?
Yes, on a LCTP.
Yeah.
You told us corrective, passive, corrective, passive.
Impulsive, corrective, impulsive,
Yes.
corrective. Yeah.
So on 11th of March,
Hmm.
if you see this LCTP 11th of March, 11th of March, when this one was broken, like I'm at a point, we can say now corrective is different and sorry,
Impulsive.
impulsive is different.
Sorry, again repeat.
So when this
11th of March.
11th of March LCTP was broken. This point.
11th of March LCTP to the upside
Yes.
is broken.
Broken.
When?
On a same point. This I can tell you the point, like 3180. Yeah, this point when it was broken, we can say
Yeah.
that it might be a downturn. Like,
Yeah.
what term do we use? Corrective and passive?
Impulsive.
Impulsive and corrective.
Impulsive, corrective.
Corrective, okay.
Impulsive, corrective. Impulsive is coming from impulse.
Okay.
So, Balinder is saying 11th of March turning point, which is 3190, and the beauty I can see from Balinder's explanation is this high was actually, see how it became a resistance.
Yes.
And how it became a resistance, this line became resistance.
Yes.
So all this critical analysis he did, and then he is short. Anyone having any question on any understanding of Balinder's, or any questions? This is a downtrend as per my understanding also, because now the correct impulsive is actually the red ones.
Red one, yes.
Impulsive is actually the red ones. This red is bigger than this, and this red is bigger than this, and we expect this red to be bigger than this. Yeah.
Yes, that's what it
Yeah. So that's why Balinder is short, and I think this is a sample signal, isn't it?
Sample signal.
No.
Day before it was a turning point.
Yeah.
Like on 4th of April, it was a 2TP and
4th of April, this is a turning point. Yeah.
yes.
Alright, your observations on Balinder's statements. Vinod says GBP USD. What happened GBP USD, Vinod? Sri says it is bearish relative divergence. 12th of March, bearish relative divergence. Let's see. I hope Sri is talking on GBP CHF. Yeah, 12th of March is a bearish relative. Correct, Sri, you are right. So you are talking about this one, relative divergence. We'll write down here relative divergence, RD. That's brilliant, Sri. So you can take out those which are not required, and you can keep those which are required, and you can join this through line channel, and you can make this channel a little bit bigger, because one make it one. Yeah, that's fine. And then you can see this is a possible sell, this is a possible sell, and when you are selling at this point, you should cover here, and you are selling this point, you should cover your position here when you are selling the position here. Yeah. So this is impulsive. So from here to here, impulsive, corrective, impulsive, corrective, impulsive. We don't know when it will stop, where it will stop. Yeah, I hope this will stop here before it goes up a little bit the upside. Yeah,
Because this is the support here.
Yeah. So I'll hope if it is coming at 128. I think the 200 moving average is also here. Let's see.
Yes, in daily. Yes, moving.
See, the line chart is in front of me, and I can say that there is a possible 200 moving average on the daily. Let's see, at around 128.83. Let's see on the daily. Yes. That's the beauty of this technical analysis. This is the 200-day moving average, and this 200-day moving average for sterling Swiss is at 129.59.
I took it only because it was heading third time again to line can be broken.
Absolutely, it can be broken. And on the 200 moving average on the weekly, it is actually doing a turning point.
Turning point.
Because this close is below this, and you need to see that this low is taken out. That's brilliant. That's fantastic. Putting 200-day moving average on a chart is Balindar's discussion point today. So we are demonstrating 200 and the cyclicity here, as you can see, this is impulsive, corrective, impulsive, double bottom, corrective, and possible impulsive. Who knows, it can go up to this way also, no one knows, but we'll see what is happening. Alright, so any question on GBP CHA? Vinod, your question on GBP USD, please. I did not understand because you wrote only GBP USD. Do you Vinod, GBP USD, your question, please. Sri saying, please explain how to draw channel. Vinod saying, can you give a quick analysis on GBP USD? Okay, I'll first do GBP USD and then come back to Sri Utagi questions. Yeah. GBP USD. Alright. Before I can do anything on GBP, let's see GBP USD. Vinod is asking a question. Vinod is asking GBP USD, and my answer to GBP USD is, if I am you, I'll do this analysis on GBP USD. Yeah, first thing first. I have a moving average called 200 in front of you, and I have price bars in front of you. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. 200 moving average and price bars. So the 200 moving average is this. Let me make this as green and red so that to make a difference from the bar chart. Green and pink, and the bars are red and blue. Alright, so this is in front of you, Vinod, GBP USD. Sure. So what we are seeing here on GBP USD, to answer Vinod's question, the first thing first, I have drawn a hexagon from here to here as a support, from here to here extended to there and going up to here is a hexagon, from here to here another part of the hexagon, here to there and here to here, and then extended. Yeah, extended, as you can see the hexagon. So this is the hexagon, and the principle of hexagon, like pentagon or triangle or rectangle like flag, we know triangle and flag very well, and to extend our knowledge we can try to do hexagon and pentagon and heptagon, whatever it is. I don't do much, but I saw this, so I'm doing in front of you. So this is 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this is a hexagon or a diamond shape, not a very good one, but a diamond shape. And then the diamond shape is will be broken at this point 129.83 if it is broken. Now because you are not so professional to draw this hexagon, I understand. What I would expect you to see is the 200. So the 200 is broken here on this date and crack and snap back. Yeah, immediate, correct. This is a 200 bounce, so I'll write down, this is crack and snap back, close below, close above, crack and snap back. C and S, crack and snap back. So that's a crack and snap back, and this is bounce, and this is a crack and snap back because close below and close above, crack and snap back. And this is, as of now, is a crack. As of now is a crack. We don't know whether it will be a snapback or not. We don't know whether it will be broken this pyramid or prism or not. But as of now, to answer Vinod's question, I would be having a negative bias to this sterling. Having said that, because you are asking so good questions today, I am giving so good answers today every day. And people are making so good money, 30,000, 20,000 in one trade. I will give you another technical analysis, another aspect of technical analysis. Today I am giving you the third. What are the two I have given? If you do not tell me what are the two I have given, I will not give you the third one. Everyone, I am asking this question. What are the two technical analysis new things I have given to you today so far? And the third one I'll only give you if you tell me the first two. Varinder,
You talked about the commodity crack and is this one lower taken out and that's close below and lower taken out.
Vinod is right. Bollinger Band 52.1 is number one. That is correct. Sri is saying close below low high taken out. That is already discussed 1,000 times. So that's not a new thing which I am telling today. Bollinger 52.1 is the new thing which I told you. Right, Vinod. What is the second one? Who is the Einstein here? Lisa, Bollinger, Sri.
I thought that would be a part of commodities only.
New. No. Well, I've told you many times in Forex also. Close below low taken out.
No, 50.1 I meant to say.
52.1 to Vinod already told. So that is one. What is the second one? I'll give you a hint. Second one I just now told you. Just now, and second hint is on sterling I told you. Yes, Vinod, my goodness, you are the Einstein. So Vinod is awarded the Einstein of trading analysis or technical analysis. Vinod said 2, rest of this client said 0. Alright, Vinod, credit, actually the prize goes to Vinod. Hip hip hooray. Yeah, so those are the two. The new technical analysis I told you. Bollinger Band 52.1 and Hexagon. Alright, because Vinod has told both of them correctly, I am giving you the third one, which is how to answer Vinod questions, because he has given two good answers. To answer what GBP USD is doing, so I am confused. You are also confused? Yes or no? All of us are confused because this is a 200 bounce here, 200 bounce here, and this is a breakout here. This is a breakout, isn't it? So close below high taken out, breakout, bounce. This is bounce, bounce, crack and snap back, bounce, crack and snap back, crack. Now the next question is what next? So what is next? Who can tell me? If no one can tell me, then I will tell you. Alright, let's see, anyone has told anything? No one. Alright, so let's see, I will tell you something, the third one in your technical analysis. When you are confused like this, as I am, as chart is, go to this currency's sister, which is GBP CHF, and see what GBP CHF is doing on 200. Okay, let's see. Please write down the dates. Can you write down, Valinder? 22nd February. Please write down 22nd February bounce.
Oh, I didn't. Can I take the copy?
Yeah, 22nd February bounce. Write down 22nd February bounce. 11th March crack and snap back. Got it? And then 21st March bounce. And 1st April crack and snap back. Okay? What did you write?
Dates of bounce, crack and snapback,
Tell
bounce
me.
and crack and snapback.
Tell me.
22nd of Feb,
Yeah.
11th of March, crack and snapback.
Yeah.
21st of March, bounce.
Yeah.
And 1st of April, crack and snapback.
Yeah. So now go to GBP CHF and see what happened to GBP CHF on those 4 dates. Yeah. Let's see. Tell me the first date.
22nd of Feb.
22nd of Feb. 22nd of Feb. Here. What happened to 22nd Feb on GBP USD?
Bounce.
Bounce. What happened to GBP CHF on 22nd February?
Bounce.
As a continuation, isn't it?
Yes.
This is the crack and snapback happened. Yeah. So we'll write down crack and snapback. So the crack and snapback which happened to GBP on a later date actually happened to GBP CHF on an earlier date. Crack and snapback. Yeah. Then this is Fibonacci. We don't have to draw even. We know Fibonacci.
Yeah.
So if we draw the Fibonacci from this point to that point, so this will be a 50%. Can you see that? Yeah, Fibonacci. We'll write Fibonacci. Now tell me the next date.
11th of March.
11th of March. What happened to GBP CHF?
Crack and snapback.
To the upside.
Yes.
Yeah. What happened to GBP CHF is continuation of the upside. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when GBP USD is struggling with 200, is GBP CHF is also struggling with 200 on those days? Yes or no? On this date, on this date?
No.
No, because it is too far away,
Far away. Yeah.
isn't it?
Yes.
So seeing this distance of GBP CHF from here to here and from here to here, we have actually we could have closed our eyes and then would have told that GBP USD on 22nd of February and on 11th of March is not going to go down because GBP CHF is not near to 200. Okay, what is the next date?
21st of March.
21st of March.
Bounce.
What happened to GBP CHF here? This is the one. What happened? Bounce?
It's a sort of bounce.
What sort of? Exact bounce.
Yes.
That is a bounce. If GBP CHF on 21st of March is doing bounce, then what we expect on GBP USD? Bounce. Did it happen bounce?
Yes.
Wow. Then tell me the next date.
1st of April.
1st of April.
Crack and snapback on a USD.
For GBP USD, there was a crack and snapback on 1st of April, right? For GBP CHF, what happened on 1st of April? It is a
Bounce.
morning star bounce. Yeah? Morning star bounce. So, seeing GBP CHF, this is my third contribution to you today. Seeing these 4 things on GBP CHF, we got a very clear communication on GBP USD. Now let's make them side by side, keep them side by side, and you will enjoy this. So this is GBP CHF to the left hand side of your chart, and this is GBP. Let me hold on. And to the right hand side is GBP CHF, and to the left hand side I'll make it GBP USD. Let's see. So I'll make it GBP USD and see the beauty. So when the GBP USD is struggling on crack and snapback on 8th of March, there is nothing happening on GBP CHF. So we can think that this is long. Yeah. So from GBP CHF we conclude that this is long. Correct? For GBP USD. and on this date, which is 22nd of February, it has did not did a crack and snapback. If it is not doing a crack and snapback, then there is a bounce possible. Yeah, if it is doing a crack and snapback, then it is a question of whether it is a short or long. Yeah, when like today as we now this is on this on 1st of April from GBP CHF, because it is bounce, we can copy this and we can conclude that this is a long for GBP USD. You all agree with me or no? Agree? Any question? Because Binod gave two beautiful answers, so I am giving you the third special technical analysis to you today. Lisa is saying, Binod is saying, Sri is saying DX, I don't know what he is saying. Binod is saying should break sloping on upside. Should break sloping on outside means what? As it is holding the bottom. Can you elaborate, Binod? I have not got your answer question. Lisa is saying how correlated is GBP USD to GBP CHF compared to GBP USD Euro USD? Can you use Euro for similar analysis? Okay. I have not understood Sri Utagi's question, neither I have understood Binod's question. I have understood Lisa's question. So I would request Binod and Sri to elaborate their questions, and that will be the last question because we will close down the session. But the question which I have understood is Lisa. Lisa is asking how correlated is GBP USD GBP CHF. You saw that, and I will explain that more compared to GBP USD and Euro USD. Okay, now let's make GBP CHF Euro. Everyone understood this? So now what are we expecting? What is the conclusion? Understanding is one thing, conclusion is second thing, isn't it? Alright. If the next day bar of GBP CHF is like this, which is closing below for the first time, as you can see it has not closed below, and the low taken out of GBP CHF, which is I am drawing a chart here in front of you, and it is closing below here. Yeah, this is the close. So this is the close. Yeah, so this is the close. It is closing below 200 tomorrow, maybe. If not, I don't know. Then low taken out. If this is happening, then what will happen to this fellow?
It will go down as well.
Yes. And our friend King Balindir is already short on this, isn't it?
Yes, I'm on GBP CHF.
CHF short. So this is the complete answer of Binod. Did I answer your question, Binod? Then the last question is Lisa is asking how can we compare this with Euro? Let's see. So what that is a simple question, but a good question. Let's see. We'll just change this GBP CHF to Euro to see what is happening here. I'll keep my hexagon. So I'll extend this and make it red, and I'll extend this. Okay. So this is my hexagon. Now to answer Lisa's question, what I'll do, I'll change this GBP CHF to Euro USD, and the answer will be clearer. Euro USD. Nothing. There is no relationship between 200 play on Euro compared to 200 play on GBP. So the answer to Lisa's question is 0. Nothing. And we'll quickly go to Vinod's elaboration if he has given, and then Sri if he has given, then close this session. Vinod says great, thanks Partha. Wow, brilliant. So I have answered the question. And Vinod, Sri is asking DX, what is dollar index, he is asking. So let's make his dollar index, he is asking this question. Dollar index, with GBP USD? Nothing. Dollar index can be compared with euro though. So if the dollar index that I have already told you before, if I make this euro and same thing what I did on GBP CHF and GBP USD actually can be done on euro and dollar index, because see this touch here, crack and snapback on 11th of January, on 1st of February and 20th of March. Euro did not touch. When euro is not touching the 200 but dollar index is touching on the same day, we can say euro will do the opposite to the dollar index, which I have already posted in my blog. Yeah. So if that is the question, Sri Uttagi, you are asking, I think I have answered your question. And I think I have answered Binod's question, I have answered Lisa's question, I have answered everyone's question. So do you have any last minute question before we close this session today? Palinder?
No.
Sri saying yes, thanks. Lisha says no, thanks. Sri says draw channel. Why should I draw channel? What is your question, Sri? Draw channel means what? Alright, so if you do not have any questions, then I thank you very much for your time. Please explain how to draw channel. Nothing much to explain there. What you have to do is you maximize this chart. For example, if your channels are to be drawn mainly on weekly and monthly, as I have drawn. So there are two types of channel. To the upside, we draw the standard error channel, which is this one in front of you in green, and to the downside we draw standard channel, standard deviation channel. So to the upside, we identify, to answer your question, we identify the lowest swing low in chart in front of your chart, like this one, and highest, and then draw channel. So this is the, and similarly to the downside, we identify the highest swing high, which is this point, and then the lowest point, which is this point, and then draw the channel. So that lowest point can be here when it was here, then lowest point can be here when price was here. So let's delete these channels and redraw. So now that we know this, so let's draw the down channel. So from here to here, our down channel should be at this point, because this is the lowest one, and we need to see a close above and high taken out. When we are seeing the last lowest swing low, like this one or this one, we need to modify this channel to the end point, so that to see whether it is closing above or not. It did not close above, so the channel is intact. Then what we will do, we will modify this channel which was up to this point. We will modify this channel to this point, and it close above and high to be taken out, and actually not by a bullish, it is a bearish bar, so that is intact. And then we will modify the channel if we see a new low, which is this one, and we continue to do this channel till the channel is broken. Till this channel is broken, we will continue to modify the channel. So now the channel would look like, you should draw the channel from the top to the last bar, which is here. So I have joined this channel, and not a single bar has closed above, not this one, not this one, not this one, not this one. So this is the way you should draw the channel and keep on modifying. Did I answer your question, Sri? Alright. So if I have answered all your question, please Binod and Selvan and Balinder. Sri says thank you. Alright, thank you all. And then we'll quit this session. And thank you all for your time. Thanks, Lisha. Thanks, Vinod. Thanks, Sri. Thanks, everyone. Yes, Valinder. Tell me,
Nothing, mate.
when are you starting your class?
I can start from today, but
Today?
when
Start.
should I pay you? This is the question. Can I pay you in installment
Yeah.
every month?
Every month you can.
$1,000.
No.
Oh, how much?
This course is $10,000.
No, no, I meant to say every month keep paying 1,000. I meant to say because I will be staying here this time minimum 1 year.
No, you stay here and you'll be doing shares and commodities, right?
Yes.
So that is 20,000.
Use to me.
Yeah, I'll give you rebate of 4590. That's what I told you.
No, you told me last time. I don't like when in 3 months last time I came here. You said in 10,000 you will be disclosing everything, every secrets to me. That's what you told me. Like I mean to say shares and commodities.
Yeah, I always disclose all my secrets.
Like
There is no
10,000.
secrets.
No, you said 20,000
10,000 is for commodity.
only.
Yes, but I'll give you discount. I'll give you 4590 plus 4590, which is 9180. So I'll be charging only 9180 instead of 10,000.
Okay, okay.
That is the 10% discount I'll give you.
Okay.
But you have to complete that in 3 installments. So
Three,
3,000,
three.
3,000, 3,000. Yeah.
So when should I pay first installment? Like
If
because
you pay today, I'll start tomorrow. If you pay tomorrow, I'll start day after.
then I will be paying after 1.5 months, man. Because I just came here 2 weeks ago, man.
You are coming here for last 10 years, mate. Why you?
No, man. There are different commitments in India, man. You know, that's why
You are a
I'm
king. You are coming from a village of kings.
different. So many commitments, man. Like I bought some land in India
Hmm.
recently,
Hmm.
and I became a father of daughter. I told you.
Congratulations.
So many commitments, man.
Hmm.
I'm paying for my wife. I paid for my wife visa. Like
Yeah,
that is.
sir. So you pay for your.
I will be paying, but that's what I'm saying.
I'm giving you maximum benefit.
Yes,
No
man.
one has paid me 9,180 for their
That's
commodity.
why I am still coming to you again and again
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I know what you have find out is precious, man. I know. No, I'm not
The
gonna.
three things which I told you,
Yes, yes.
you will never get any of this in anywhere.
I know. I have friends doing trading in India,
Hmm.
and even one of my friends attended the what do you call it? There is a guy in India. He won the 1 crore prize in India because he was considered the best trader by CNBC, and my friend took coaching from him, and he had no idea what is close below and lower taken out. He was doing 1 minute trading, buying, selling. That's sort of fluke, I would say.
Absolutely.
Like how many people can sit continuously and doing, man, they become mad. That's why I'm coming to you, man. I will be paying you. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why I came here.
So pay 1,000 to start with this month or 1,500.
Yeah.
Next month 1,500.
Yeah,
So that makes 3,000. And once you pay 3,000, I will start.
I will do that.
Yeah.
I will do. Because I came here only 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So are you going to pay today to 1,500 or
Within very, very soon.
tomorrow?
Not tomorrow.